Dead men are heavier than broken hearts. Here we go.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
Chicken Police. Painted red.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over.
Oh, he's almost retiring. What's up, Majin?
What could possibly go wrong?
Clawville City, Roark District, former Atlas Hotel. Oh shit, Baba, what are you doing here? What the hell?
Crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Okay.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range. I don't even know what these papers are. Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine.
Chief
so
Bloodboil.
I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Okay.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
Okay.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree.
Marty, huh?
He just loved the spotlight. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Damn.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Hey, yo.
The good things in life don't last long. The best
Ain't that
ones
truth?
always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
What's up, Joe? How's it going, dude? How you feeling, man? Still recovering from
Oh man, I totally get you.
the other day?
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner.
Hurting?
Looks like I may be
Damn.
needing you now. Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet,
To the
I
11th.
feel
That's
more
right.
like a
Yeah, I
cop
know
than
you were
ever
saying you had some
before.
time off. Yeah.
More like a Clawville cop, anyway.
I mean, we just started. Just started, Joe. So, well, we're about to see, right? All right, let's talk to this lady.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, what the cluck is he doing? Is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve? Let's talk to her.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Deborah. Deborah sounds close to Dababa, so it works.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
She wants some bourbon.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
She already knew.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Here we go. What? What happened?
Murky brown swill. I should improve my standards. That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift.
Right.
Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window.
Whoa.
And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. Let's see. Question. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Subject, John Doe. This fella is rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. Focus, suspicious. Impressions, suspicious. Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. Okay. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Alright.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick past few years, huh, Joe?
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
Really does, man.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage, but I must be careful what to say to her. I can scare her off. Yeah, okay.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach. Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
Why
A
is that?
message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko.
Natasha
She hasn't been leaving her
Katsenko.
home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
what exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Well, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Hey, Alan. Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, I like noir stuff, so I'm really, curious to see how this game goes, being a chicken police, But hey, how you doing, Alan? I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Nice.
Look, Santino. I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Here we go.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler.
Hobart
Or as
Wessler.
most people know him.
Ibn Wessler. The
Ibn Wessler.
Kingpin.
The Kingpin.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Questioning rank. True detective. Hell yeah. Deborah Ibanez, final thoughts. The legendary chicken police back in action. Still a bit weary, but untarnished. Good work. Questions asked, 9. Focus accuracy, 90%. True detective. Important clue. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is infamous gangster, Ibn Wessler. Mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer is a certain Miss Natasha Kadzenko. Employer, Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. She's afraid and she's secretive, but she's just secretive and an outstanding actress. In any case, not everything she's told me is true. I'm pretty sure about that. Her employer currently bolsters the ranks of Ibn Wessler, to put it mildly. This explains a cloud of fear surrounding Miss Ibanez. Natasha Kitsenko, species cat, gender female, special feature. She has remarkably green eyes, and she is definitely in trouble. So am I. Personal infos. She's the employer of Miss Deborah Ibanez. Allegedly, she is receiving serious threats. Currently the girlfriend of the notorious gangster Ibn Wessler. This explains a lot of the things, mainly the excessive secrecy. Hobart Ibn Wessler, species rat. Special feature, good looking, charismatic, and a clucking gangster. Personal info is one of the most well-known gangsters of Clawville, real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only the half of what I've heard about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Hola, Lucy. Soy un detectivo de pollo. Detectivo pollo, sí. Sí, el de Majin, sí. ¿Cómo estás?
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
What does this say?
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept
Hello
the
there.
assignment.
Hello there,
Miss
Val.
Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman.
Treat her as gentleman.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland?
How's it going, Val?
Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, nice, Val. I just had to clean my AC's filter. So I know, yeah.
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I
pretty,
get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
I got the little app that reminds me when to clean it and all that. Oh no, Val. Nariko-san. Hello. Ohayo gozaimasu. Genki desu ka, Nariko-san? Nariko-man! Had to sleep on the couches last night? Oh, hell nah. What? That's that thing, Val. That sucks.
Blackmail.
Don't play innocent with me.
But
Oof.
All right. When can I visit?
visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
Nariko-man!
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
There's a little hesitating.
Judging by
Yeah.
the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve.
Today is New Year's
I'm
Eve,
sure
right?
you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please,
Call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Alright, we got new information here. I'll find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Natasha must know of my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she has very good informants. I must find out what the connection is. Hotel Atlas, Club Tsar, or Tsar Club. One of the most famous nightclubs in the city. Owners of the juiciest booties and hardest fists frequent the place. And it's famous for not serving cops, except if they're knee-deep in the dirt. Personal info. She owns the Czar. She owns the Czar. Yeah. Lewis C. Hayworth, rabbit. Species rabbit, gender male. Special feature, an old friend of mine. He's stuttering heavily when he talks. Personal infos. Lewis is the owner of the once reputable Atlas Hotel and a good friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. Lewis's number is 555-932.
Thank you again, Mr. Sonny.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so. Just a phone call, and a good friend of mine can take you home.
Thank you.
Oh, I gotta call him. Okay. 555-932. How do I... No. 5. No. Hold on. 5. 9 3 2.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
Whew.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
What's up, Barry?
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his
Hey, thanks for the
inheritance.
prime, Barry.
It was once a well-renowned place.
Appreciate it,
but
man.
not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place. The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve. Thanks for
Talk to
being
him.
so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny.
Nice,
I
Val. Well,
appreciate
that's good at least.
Don't
Hopefully you guys
mention
can get your AC fixed, because that sounds rough, man.
Goodbye, then.
Having to sleep on the couch like that.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Huh. Ooh, hell no, Val. Main scenes. Limited scenes. Closed scenes can be reached for the time being. Okay. That's about the only place I can go, right? A
It
Wild
was New
Gentleman
Year's
production.
Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life
In association with Handy
But still,
Games.
it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same.
Oh, for sure,
And
Val,
the
easily.
121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown,
dances
Yeah, I love
slowly
noir
in
stuff, so
circles to smooth music.
I'm excited
The
to see
9
how this
o'clock
goes.
show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here.
Starring
with nothing
Santino
left to lose
Featherland.
but our sanity.
Marty
while
McChicken.
others, the smart ones, had already gone.
And Natasha
Molly.
Ketsenko.
Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?